So I got a couple things, right? You said, don't judge a person by who they are now, but who they're going to be. A lot of times people have made moves where I'm going to invest in the potential of what I think they're going to be, but that doesn't always pan out all the time.
See, we talk about that all the time because at no time do we
I
say
saw that thing in her
potential.
eye. She about to cook me. She about to cook. As I was saying it, y'all both did this thing like, oh, you messed up, man. You messed up. You know you cook right.
That was a good question, though.
You know you cook right.
I'm gonna let her go ahead.
I think I want to skip this.
Look, I'm gonna just drink some water.
His whole face changed like this. Yeah, you done messed up now.
Your editor got to put, and this is when he knew.
At this moment, when they pause it, at this moment, he knew he.
But this is about to help a lot of people, though.
It is. You do not date potential.
Yeah.
You date patterns. And we brought up the word patterns plenty of times during this conversation.
Other people start saying it on their podcast. I'll be hearing it.
Yeah, we've been saying that for years.
Which is good.
Which is good.
I use something y'all said in a sales call.
Ooh.
If you don't got the same vision, you got deep. Oh my God, that's a whole nother. They was like this.
We love that. Good job. But yeah, you don't want to date potential. You want to date patterns. And when you guys talked about this buy box, right?
Yep.
These are not potential area. This is an area that is marked and specifically zoned on what can be purchased, built, etc. Right?
Yeah.
So that's there. This is not a potential. They're telling you exactly what the pattern is, and this is what you got to fit into this pattern. That's what you're looking for in your partner, and you see it early on. But when you're so caught up in not knowing who you are or where you're going, you don't get to appreciate the pattern that this person brings. For example, he knew the business goals he had. I'll never forget our first 10-hour conversation ever on the phone. During that conversation, though, he said, what do you see your life in 5 years? And I'm like, I see myself owning a block. That fell into that buyback.
That probably triggered that.
Buy box. Say it one more time.
She talking Spanish over there.
Yeah.
Buy box.
Yeah.
That fell into that buy box because he was already in real estate.
Yeah.
There goes the pattern. This is not potential. Maybe she'll want to do real estate one day. Maybe she'll love it. That is already part of her plan. It falls in line. I want to help you with what you're doing. Falls in line because I know what I want. I know what I got going on. I need a support mate. I need a helpmate. And by the way, the reason why God calls it a helpmate is because he knows it's not going to be easy for you. So he has created someone to help you through the process. You don't need help if something's easy. You need help because you know something's going to be hard. But we're going to leave that there because a lot of y'all don't feel like y'all don't need a helpmate. But all that being said, the person needs to fall into the pattern, not necessarily the potential.
I have a question for viewers that's watching. This is for each and every single one of us. What's some of the things that are said or done, to you or for you that makes you realize like, okay, this is a good person to do life and business with, from a male point of view, from a woman point of view. So I kick it off like if someone tries to take some things off your plate. Like, so if I got a busy day, like let's say, for example, I'm doing 3 podcast episodes a day. Boom, 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 boom. Here, I already ordered lunch for you guys today. And here, I just went to the mall and just got you 2 new outfits so you could change there. Okay, you're taking things off my plate that help with the overall goal. Like, that's my thing of realizing like, oh, this is somebody that's actually, what'd you say, buy box. Yep. This is solid. This is more than just, hey, when you get done, we'll have sex. Or, hey, when you done, we'll hang out. Like, no, that's, you helping put this whole vision, keep the vision going.
So one thing to think about is allow people to give you your roses while you can smell them.
Man, I have trouble with that. I'm in therapy for that. Yeah.
You got to do that. I understand what you're saying, but allow people to celebrate you, because when people celebrate you and gift you, and you withhold them from doing that, you could be potentially blocking their blessings, right? Because as you give, you receive, right?
Yeah.
The law of reciprocity. I mean, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah,
but you don't want to block other people's blessings by not allowing them to bless you. You bless a lot of people, right? You give all the time. You're blessed because of that.
Right.
Other people too. So you may be the person that they're assigned to bless, but you're blocking their blessings by not receiving.
I ain't think about it like that.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
definitely think about that.
So that's one thing. But secondly, it's important to understand what is important to you. I was going to say the same thing when it comes to the love language, understanding what your love language is, but it's also important for a partner to understand what their love languages is, and y'all exchange to make sure that y'all would even be a good chemistry for each other. A lot of relationships could be avoided if people collect data, right? We buy properties off of data. We buy businesses off of data. Like everything we do is data driven.
Right.
We don't make emotional decisions. We make data driven decisions.
Facts.
It's the same thing when it comes to picking a partner and knowing what you like, what you don't like, vice versa. And now we can come under the power of agreement, which we call it. When you buy a property, you sign an agreement.
Yeah.
When you buy a business, you sign an agreement.
Yeah.
Same thing needs to be in a relationship. And we need to make sure that the operating agreement we're in line and that we accept the roles and responsibilities that fall under that. If we don't have to move forward with this transaction. And we're talking about a relationship, but the rules of the game don't really change. Good. People say, relationship ain't a business. Yeah, but the structure, the principles, the systems, every
foundation,
it's all the same.
Yeah.